Welcome everyone to VeloNut. I'm Jeff Whitfield, and if you consider yourself an average Joe cyclist, you're not into racing, you're just looking for the next adventure on your bike, then you are in the right place. As I always say, if you can't ride like a pro, at least you can ride like a geek. Alright, so quick update on where I'm at with my stuff. Like I said in the last journal entry was that I got a new Surly bike frame, and I'm putting together a new gravel bike. Now, I did do a quick little update to my Nicasio. Now, I just want to kind of share this with you and show you kind of what I've done. Now, like I said in the last journal entry, this is very much more of a road-oriented bike. It's mostly going to be for pavement, hour, 2-hour ride, so there's going to be certain things about it that are going to be a little different. So just want to give you, kind of show you what I've done here. All right, so one of the things that I've done is that I've updated and added a Ritchey handlebar. This is the Butano. And if you can kind of look maybe on the side a little bit, you can kind of see it has it's certainly a little bit shallower drop than most, but it's still good enough, I think, for the drops for a good road-oriented type thing. The thing I really like about it, and this is something you can kind of maybe see on the top, is that it has that nice little back sweep, and has nice solid, flat handlebars. Plus, the other thing too is that most handlebars are, that have tend to taper off right around here and get smaller and thinner in the same diameter as the drops. But the cool thing is, just like the other handlebar that I ride, these tend to be a little thicker. So it stays thick almost all the way through, and then it gets flatter with the back sweep and everything. So for a nice ergonomic type thing. But then once it gets here, it doesn't actually taper off until you get right about here, and it makes it really comfy and cozy along the sides too. All right, and then the other thing too, also that I've been really appreciative of, is the saddle. This is a C17. This is the Cambium all rubber saddle by Brooks. And the thing I like about this one is that just like the leather saddle that I use, it kind of retains kind of the same shape. And I tell you what, I'm really amazed by this saddle, because Brooks managed to kind of get the same shape of the B17, but then do kind of like an all rubber version of it, and they hit it right on the mark. This is a very comfy saddle. I don't think I still like the leather saddle, I think, better, just for the sake of just for long-term use and long rides. I think it just tends to be a little better. But hey, this is a fantastic saddle, no doubt. All right, so that kind of is the update on that. Now, where am I at with my Surly bike frame? Well, that's the fun, folks. I'm going to show you something that I've been working on. Remember what I said in my last journal that they've been doing a little bit of pinstriping to it? Well, I went pretty crazy. What I did, it's a red frame, so and the fact that it's called the Midnight Special means that it is a very much kind of like a rock and roll kind of thing. They expect you to be riding gravel and riding off the beaten path with it. So I went and got some 1/4-inch reflective tape. Little did I know that the stuff that I bought actually ended up being like pretty much like a thinner 3M tape. And so I got white and black. And the idea behind that is that I can put it on the bike and do alternating white and black stripes on red. And well, there's really no way to really explain it except to show you guys. So here it is, the new and improved frame set. Now check that out, huh? And you can see right here, so I did it on the fork and all the way down to the fork. And this kind of gives it, I don't know if you've ever seen it. If you're an Eddie Van Halen fan, if you're a Van Halen fan, you would recognize this kind of pattern. This is definitely inspired. It's not maybe exact, but it is indeed in the vein of Eddie Van Halen's famous Frankenstrat. So this is pretty much giving me probably one of the coolest looking bikes I think I've ever built. And I am so pleased with how this has turned out so far. So some of the things about this, though, that I need to kind of point out. One of the things that I realized when I got this frame was that Surly made it a point also in their instructions on their website that when you get a new frame set, one of the things you have to do is get it prepped, and that basically means In some cases with certain frames, you kind of have to do a little bit of what they call it. I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, the base of the top tube has to be prepped and set with it for the cups. And sometimes, because with Surly you have like some extra paint. In fact, I don't know if you can kind of see it in here, maybe right in here, just along the inside of the bottom bracket tube, and it's just like this black paint stuff. And so one of the things you have to do is you have to get it faced, as they call it, faced. Yeah. And in some cases with certain manufacturers, that does mean sometimes shaving off some of the metal. Like, I mean, they had to shave off just a little bit of metal here, but not a whole lot. But in most cases, it's really just getting rid of this paint that sometimes they put on here. So you have to face the bottom bracket tube. And then the other thing too is they have to face the top tube, the steering tube. And sometimes they also have to sometimes face the actual crown race part of the forks as well. But once you do that with a steel frame set, then you're ready, then you're set to go. And so, I had the tools to really kind of install the star nut on the top and you know, all that stuff, but it just didn't work out very well for me. So I ended up just like pretty much taking it to my local bike shop and having them take care of it. I did cut the tube though. I did have the, if you just have a really good tube cutter and a good file, and then something to actually kind of help you know, deburr the top part of it after you get done cutting it. Those tools are not really like super expensive or anything like that, so I ended up just doing that myself. But once I cut the tube and got it right where I wanted it, I just took the forks back to my bike shop, and then they took care of it. And they also installed in the cups as well, because the tool you need again to press these in is probably more expensive than it's worth. So my advice is that if you get a new frame set and you want to kind of get put together, just take it to your local bike shop and let them take care of it. So in terms of facing it, getting any cups pressed in, and getting a star nut in it, because the star nut tool I had in, actually I almost thought I screwed up my tube, but it didn't. It just kind of scratched it up a bit. But I ended up taking that back to them as well. So all right, so there you go, folks. The new frame set is raring to go. It is set. I've got the stem installed in, so you can tell that I am ready to put some components on this bad boy. So stay tuned. I've got another update coming, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting this sucker together, and hopefully I'll have it put together where I can share my first ride. And I gotta give this thing a name. So once I get it put together, I'm gonna reveal the name of this bike. I kind of already named my Marin Nicasio, well, I'll reveal that as well in the next journal as well. So, because I got stickers on the way. Yes, folks, I'm gonna put stickers that have names of my bikes on them. Gotta be unique with it, so why not? Anyways, until next time, and as I always say, keep calm and pedal on. See you later, folks.